Welcome to Scene Diary. Today, we're diving deep into the wild, chaotic, and surprising behind-the-scenes truths of the Fast and the Furious. Tokyo Drift. Facts even hardcore fans have never heard. According to writer Chris Morgan, the studio had no idea what direction the franchise should take, which explains the almost completely new cast and thin connection to the first two films. One of Morgan's earliest ideas was actually a totally different story, still set in Tokyo, but this time the person who had to learn drift culture was Dominic Toretto himself, while also solving a murder case. The directing job eventually went to Justin Lin, after producer Neil Moritz saw Better Luck Tomorrow. That moment brought Justin Lin, writer Chris Morgan, and composer Brian Tyler into the franchise for the first time. And Tyler went on to score every Fast movie except Hobbs and Shaw. The original title of the film was The Fast and the Furious 3, but Lin changed it to Tokyo Drift to match the atmosphere. Interestingly, Lin almost rejected the project. The script was filled with cliché Asian stereotypes, Buddha statues, and even racist jokes. The studio convinced him to accept the job by telling him he could change anything he wanted. They argued about it, of course, but Lin says they kept their promise. Paul Walker didn't appear because the studio thought he was too old to play a teenager. Early drafts actually included Dominic Toretto, but Diesel only agreed to show up in a cameo, in exchange for Universal giving him the rights to the Riddick franchise. Channing Tatum auditioned for the lead role, but Sean was eventually played by 23-year-old Lucas Black, even though the character was supposed to be 17. His username, Bama Boy, was a small nod to his Alabama roots. Justin Lin cast Sung Kang as Han because he loved his performance in Better Luck Tomorrow, which Lin later considered Han's unofficial backstory. The production bought many Japan-only cars directly from Japan. Sean's 1970 Monte Carlo, a Lancer Evo 8, and two R32 Skylines converted from AWD to RWD for drifting. Toyo donated 4,000 tires, half of which were destroyed during production. Race Engineering provided 170 Volk wheels, and Volkswagen gave prototype R32s and Tourans as product placement. Han's iconic Veilside RX-7 won Best of Show at Tokyo Auto Salon 2005 and cost $150,000, but Universal bought it for just $50,000 and repainted it. The drifting scenes were performed by legends like Reese Millen, Rod Millen, and Keiichi Tsuchiya, the Drift King himself. Tsuchiya even makes a cameo as the fisherman who nods approvingly at Sean's drift, and his AE-86 Panda Truno appears in the parking lot race. Tokyo permits were nearly impossible to get, so the crew shot guerrilla style. Police usually gave them about 10 minutes before shutting them down. The production even hired a decoy director who would pretend to be in charge and sometimes spend nights in jail to protect the real crew. Han's death scene wasn't shot in Tokyo. It was filmed in Los Angeles using digital backgrounds and 600 Asian extras. Over 100 cars were destroyed during filming, including a twin-turbo Toyota Chaser and a Porsche Boxster 987. To portray Japan's drift culture accurately, the team consulted real drifters and cultural advisors for Yakuza elements. Sung Kang later revealed that Han's constant snacking replaced smoking. The original script had Han smoking, but Kang didn't want the character influencing younger viewers. Tokyo Drift was the first Fast movie with a full opening title sequence, featuring DJ Shadow's 6 Days remix. The soundtrack leaned heavily into J-pop and Japanese hip-hop, especially Teriyaki Boys' Tokyo Drift, which became a worldwide hit. Justin Lin and producer Clayton Townsend make a cameo dressed as pilots in the escalator scene. The MC Hammer poster in the background references Hammer's financial support for Better Luck Tomorrow. This was also the first Fast movie not written by Gary Scott Thompson. The story was originally set in 2013, later shifted to 2015 to fit into the timeline after Fast and Furious 6. Han's death was later revealed to be Deckard Shaw's doing, and in F9 it was retconned again as a staged operation by Mr. Nobody. Christopher Nolan praised Tokyo Drift as a strong standalone entry, while director Rob Cohen said it was made just for money and could make people never watch fast movies again. Something fans clearly disagreed with, since Tokyo Drift eventually became a cult classic and even brought characters back in F9. In Japan, the movie released as Wild Speed 3. Twinkie selling Air Jordans is a nod to Bow Wow's movie Like Mike. Lucas Black even referenced the Tokyo Garage Race years later in NCIS New Orleans. Despite being made for $85 million, Tokyo Drift made only $158 million, the lowest of the franchise. But over time, it became a cult favorite and arguably saved the entire series by influencing future films. Thanks for watching Scene Diary. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden behind-the-scenes secrets of Tokyo Drift, don't forget to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dive film stories. See you in the next one.